family. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to Duns Hospice. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Um, let's see. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome to Duns Hospice. Let me see who's going to be here with me today. You guys are absolutely awesome. Please, as you come in, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. Help me to grow this channel. Okay? Give me a like. Let me fix myself for y'all, you know. I gotta look good for you guys. You like my shorter hairstyle today? I decided to go short. You never know. Tomorrow I might be long hair. I might have my long hairstyle, but today I wanted to have a short hairstyle. Okay, my short hair today for you guys. And you could check my Amazon storefront. If you like my hairstyles, you could get yourself one too. Okay, guys, my beautiful hospice family. Welcome. Okay, guys. So let's see. We are going to talk about pain. Okay, we are going to have a discussion about pain. Hi, my beautiful hospice family. Please come on in. Come on in. Introduce yourselves. Okay, introduce yourself, guys. My name is Nurse Dawn. Okay, my name is Nurse Dawn. Please subscribe to this channel. Help me to grow this channel, okay? Be part of the community. All right, guys, introduce yourself. My name is Nurse Dawn. I'm in the USA. Let me know where you are. Hello, Angel. Hello, Justin. Hello, Thurman. Thank you for being here with me. Okay, guys, please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. My name is Nurse Dawn. I am a real life hospice nurse, okay? And today we are going to talk about one of the biggest myths of hospice. Who here watching now? Who here knows about end of life care, hospice care? Or who here, you know, has a family member with a diagnosis with a terminal illness? Or you yourself, do you have a terminal illness? In this channel, my beautiful hospice family, I help us, I motivate us, I help us, okay, to understand and to have power at end of life. Okay, this channel, my channel, I like to think and I believe that is the heart of hospice. Okay, it's especially for caregivers, people who's taking care of a mother, a father, a husband, wife, even a neighbor, because some of my patients, when I go to their homes, you know, they are the ones who's taking care of their neighbor, because maybe that neighbor, his or her kids live in a whole different state, sometimes a whole different country, and all that the person have to depend on is their next door neighbor. Okay, so please, guys, come on in. Okay, we are going to talk about it. Okay, we're going to talk about pain, and I'm just pulling up my notes. Okay, guys, I'm just pulling up my notes. Just give me a moment. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, please. Okay, let me know any questions you may have. I am at your service. Okay, I'm at your service. Let me know if you have any curiosity about death and dying. about end of life. Okay. So yes, we are going to talk about like one of the biggest pain, one of the biggest myth is that people think that their loved ones will be in pain. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Will my loved ones be in pain? Okay, my loved ones are going to be in pain if I put them under hospice care. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'm gathering my notes. Please let me know if you have any questions. Who here, who here is taking care of somebody who's dying, huh? Who knows somebody who's dying right now, who has a terminal illness? And what do you know about hospice? You know, let me know. What have you heard about hospice? You know, I am here. I'm at your service because I want us to um, talk about it because, you know, I want us to normalize death and dying, you see? Because as I've mentioned in my previous video, my Haitian grandmother, always used to say to me, illness falls on human beings, not on trees. Okay? So I want us to feel supportive. You see? I want us to have the knowledge that we need in order to make the best decision for our family, for ourselves when it's our turn to die. When you are taking care of an elderly parent, you see? Um, hold on guys. I'm writing a note to you guys, okay? Okay. There. Okay, my beautiful people, let me know where you guys are from. So yeah, so one of the biggest myth, guys, that I often hear is that hospice cannot do anything for my family. You know, that my family will end up still suffer or you know, die. You see? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you know, most likely your loved ones will pass. But the thing is, how they pass is a major, major factor. Because when we are at end of life, especially with my patients who has cancer, you know, who has, because when you have cancer, and I mentioned that in my previous video, when we have cancer, sometimes the tumor is pushing against other organs in your body. And that in itself will cause pain, you see? And so I'm here to tell you that hospice, hospice care, when you enroll your loved ones under hospice care, we, the hospice team, the hospice nurse, the hospice doctor, we are extremely knowledgeable about pain, about how to make you comfortable. Okay? Hold on, guys. Okay? Hold on one. Okay, guys, we had a commercial break. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Okay, commercial break is over. Thank you. We had a commercial break, okay? I had to go do something real quick. Thank you for still being here, guys. Yes. So as I was saying, the hospice staff, including the hospice doctor, physician, we are extremely knowledgeable regarding pain management. You know, we really know how to manage your symptoms at end of life. You see? And nowadays, and I really want us to understand that nowadays, a lot of doctors, they don't want to pay, like they don't want to prescribe pain medications. You see, because of the opioid, um, crisis that is in our country right now. You see, but I want us to know that when we sign our loved ones under hospice care, that is completely different because we know, okay, we know that a lot of people at end of life will experience pain. So therefore, we are well equipped, we are ready to manage your symptoms. And people who are under hospice care, people who are under care, they end up passing a very peaceful a very peaceful death, you see, versus if somebody was not under hospice care. Okay, my beautiful hospice family. So please keep that in common, like keep that in mind, you know? Keep that in mind when you are thinking about enrolling your loved ones under hospice, you know? I want to just going to change the title real quick, okay? Okay. There. Let me know, my beautiful people, do you have any questions for me about what I just said regarding hospice and pain? Okay. All right, hold on. There. Okay. And for those of you, for those of us who don't know what hospice is, okay, who's not sure what hospice care is, okay, hospice means that the doctors say you have 6 months or less to live. Okay, that's what hospice is. Hospice is when the doctors say you have 6 months or less to live, and that the best thing to do is to focus on quality of life. Okay, hospice focuses on the quality of life versus quantity of life. And so myself and my team, we come in when the doctors say that there's no more aggressive treatments. Okay, when the doctors say that there's no more aggressive treatment for your illness, and that the best thing that we can do now would be to manage your symptoms. Okay. So that's the definition of hospice care, my beautiful people. And I want you to know that if your loved ones is suffering, if your loved ones has a lot of pain, if your loved ones is anxious, if your loved one is losing weight, if your loved one is constantly going to the ER, going to the hospital, this would be a great service to have. Because too often we feel like we are by ourselves, we are alone. You see? And I want you to know that the end of life doesn't have to be such a mystery. It doesn't have to be so scary because nurses like myself will be there to hold your hands, to be with you every step of the way. I made a previous video if you want to go look at it. Hospice is 24 hours, 7 days a week. There's always a nurse on the phone. You could call, there'll always be a nurse available to talk to you, to answer your questions. and to also make a visit. Yes, it doesn't matter if it's 5 in the morning or 2 in the morning. You see, if you need us, if your loved ones need us, the nurse will make a home visit. Now, which other service can provide that? Isn't that awesome? That is absolutely awesome, you know? And going back to the title of the video, most people who are under hospice care, they are pain, they have as little pain as possible because we have so many options. We have so many medications that's available. And our doctors, our hospice doctors, they are more open to prescribe medications. You see, they're more open. They are more likely to believe you when you say you are in pain. You know, they are not trying to, like, they're not thinking about, oh, will Mrs. Smith be addicted? You know, things like that. No, because we know, we specialize. We know that a lot of our patients will be in pain at end of life. Okay? Okay, my hospice family, let me know if you have any questions about that, because that is definitely a big myth that I wanted to come in here today to let us know that your loved ones most likely will not be in pain when they enroll under hospice care, because we specialize in pain management. We have medications like, you know, morphine, Percocet, oxycodone, you know, and we start with a very small dose. I think I mentioned that before. We start with a very small dose. I have a video. I actually have a whole playlist, okay, of medications. And actually, I'm going to include my playlist right here. Okay, I'm going to add this to my playlist, this video of medication. Please go back and look at it. You see, there are certain medications that is here to make sure that you are comfortable at end of life, to make sure that you are not suffering at end of life. Okay? Because I want us to know that if you find that your loved ones is under a lot of pain, if the pain is unbearable, if they're losing sleep, if they cannot take the pain, and yet when they go to the doctor's office, the doctor is refusing, you know, to really like provide and prescribe medications to give them some relief, reach out to your local hospice company. That's a definite yes. Okay? Okay, guys. So I'm not sure where you guys are tonight, but I'm going to go. You know, it's getting, I have to go do something. All right. I need to go do something, guys. I hope you are all getting ready for the holiday weekend that's coming up. Okay, with very, very special holiday in the US that's coming up. Okay. So I just wanted to wish you guys I want to just wish you guys, you know, to be safe. Make sure you check on your loved ones, okay? If you have a friend or a family member who's taking care of somebody under hospice, please be sure to check up on them, because I know that the holidays can be very difficult, you know, when you are under hospice care or when you are the caregiver. So please check on your friends, check on your family, you know, because us as people, we usually suffer in silence because we don't know what somebody else is going through. Nobody knows what it's like to live in your shoe but you. But we can always, you know, call each other, give each other support, ask your neighbor, ask your friend, you know, if they would like for you to cook a dish for them, if they want you to come and stay in the house for maybe like an hour while they go to the grocery store. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm about to go now. Enjoy the rest of your evening, okay? Please be sure to subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok under DunsHospice, okay? Take care. Mwah. See you guys next time.